Hi everybody, welcome to Lyndex-Nikken. My name is Jason Bateman and we're coming to you today from Mundelein, Illinois at our U.S. headquarters. And behind me you see a Haas Via 4 Super Speed running with our brand new machine tending system on it. We're super excited about this product and what it has to offer to the industry. So let's talk about machine tending a little bit. You know, you hear a lot about it today. People are talking about robots in every which way to solve these labor problems and all these issues we have today. And this pandemic thing has really taught us a lot about what's important and that kind of thing. But really, when it comes down to the operational issues that we face when we're operating a shop, we're looking at how do we deal with high mix, low volume today? What's our solution for that? Industry 4.0, the pressures and the amount of information that's coming down the pike for us to keep up with as manufacturing operators is huge. Next thing is, how do we deal with the modern supply chain? The modern supply chain is tricky. It's fast, it's a very short cycle. Then there's this just-in-time delivery concept. Everybody's working with that today, so it's really a tight schedule at all times. So then we work at the competition for labor. Have you noticed how there's really hard to find people? And we're having to compete for that and do all kind of innovative, different things to draw that talent into our building. And then lastly, look at the cost and the expense of that. That's really risen quite a bit. I think that's like a pretty good recap of why we need to entertain the idea of machine tending and robots. But let's talk about the idea that we made the leap, we did it. Let's talk about some benefits. Well, it's certainly a solution for the high mix, low volume. Because our spindle utilizations are so improved with utilizing a robot, we're able to take this high mix, low volume problem and really manage it very well. The quality of your parts improves, there's less handlings, there's less manipulations, and I might add that every time they're handled or manipulated, they're done in the exact same way, which really reduces the variables, because it's really about that variable reduction, as we know. Modernization of the Industry 4.0, it certainly falls within that box. Lowering the employee costs, leveraging against the shortages of labor. It's huge. If we can find a way to staff a second shift, a Friday night into a Monday morning, something like that with a robot versus trying to find a person and then who watches the person and who makes sure that they get this done and get that done. It's an easy discussion to have. Better spindle utilization by far. I mean, this is one of the biggest benefits of utilizing a robot. And honestly, at the end of the day, what we're talking about here, folks, is really solving operational problems. And when we talk about solving operational problems, the biggest issue is labor. We really like to talk about this tender as being your extra set of hands, the solution for your biggest operational problem. Hey, thanks for joining us for the video on the tender. You know, we're super excited about this product, new to the market, had a lot of options we could exercise with this. So we hope you join us for the rest of the series on the intro to the tender. But beyond that, we have plans for a whole video series on applications per industry, such as things like general purpose or general industry, firearms, medical, aerospace, tool die, mold, things of that nature. Super excited about that series. And in those series, you're going to see things like how we develop the process, what CAM system we use to make the program, and we're going to use several just to show you the differences so you can, apply it to what you guys do in your space. And then, once we're done with that series, the next up on our target list is to do a series that talks about the different types of shops. Are you a job shop? Are you a product shop? Are you a contract manufacturer? And we want to do some application studies based on those environments. So you're going to see a whole mix of things as it relates to the tender and how it can be applied to solving your biggest problem, which is unfortunately this lack of labor today. Think of the tender as that extra set of hands.